Hi, third grade teachers. I'm Miss Noel, and welcome to VAPA class with Miss Noel, where we combine visual and performing arts standards in a variety of disciplines across ELA, ELD, NGSS, mathematics, and more. We're also going to talk about how the arts address equity in the classroom, make UDL easier, support social and emotional health and wellness in students, and much, much more. I'm really glad you're here. On the playground, you'll inevitably see children performing variations on a few basic movements when it comes to exerting force on the world around them, pushing, pulling, lifting, and lowering. Without necessarily thinking about these forces, students use them constantly, playing on the swings and creating parabolic patterns by pushing their friends, playing tug of war and gathering more strength in the other team in the form of more people to pull, and even lifting and lowering themselves onto and off of equipment. Playgrounds are an excellent place to explore natural forces in the world. You know where else is an excellent place to explore physical forces both on and created by the human body? The dance studio. Let's get into it, shall we? Within the anchor standard of performing inside the dance discipline, we ask students to develop and refine artistic techniques and work for presentation. So what work are we giving them? Let's start with a basic performance objective. Present a dance in a collaborative group which tells a story about something that happened on the playground.
Select the story. Observe interactions on the playground in order to recreate them. Allow for work. Leave them space and time to put the performance together. No dialogue, just movement. Discuss. Ask them about the story.
With no parameters, allow them to select the story. This isn't theater, so there's no spoken word, only movement. And if you're able, it will help greatly to allow them to choose music. They should visit the playground when people are out there and observe them and play, as well as play themselves and notice the stories that come up. Allow them to stage the story to the music. After a discussion, ask them what forces are at work within this story. Did someone get pushed to the ground? Was there a chase? Did someone lift themselves up to get away from others? Was it a soccer match complete with much kicking of the ball? Let them define how many instances of force exerted on another object were present in the story they told, and ask them to answer the following questions as found in Chapter 4 of the California Science Framework. What happens when several different forces push or pull an object at once? How can an object be pushed or pulled but not move? What do we need to know to predict the motion of objects? How can some objects push or pull one another without even touching? This discussion that opens up from this is a wonderful intro into continuation into science topics of movement and force on objects, which is a major component of third grade science. But it also means that you can adapt the original dance story or refine the work to highlight the use of force. Students should be able to replicate body shapes, movement characteristics, and movement patterns in a dance sequence with awareness of body alignment and core support. This can be done easily by following up with a discussion about their use of the body and musculature during dance. Adjust body use to coordinate with a partner or other dancers to safely change levels, directions, or pathway designs. Since they are working in groups already, it will be easy to see whether or not they can create dynamic change. Recall movement sequences with a partner or in a group dance activity. Apply constructive feedback from teacher and self-check to improve dance skills. Can they take notes and make changes, or at least if they choose not to do so, explain the artistic reasoning behind it? By combining these two sets of standards and disciplines, we have allowed for physical, project-based learning with a collaborative bent, as well as gotten kids up out of their seats to work. And because no specific ranges of movement are required, the parameters of possibility can be adjusted to fit almost any movement ability. For more information and examples of how to bring the visual and performing arts into your third grade classroom, email missnoelsays@gmail.com or call 209-761-5666. This has been the VAPA class with Miss Noel. Thanks for watching.